The story of an office worker. So let us begin the story for today. Om Shanti, I'm Garret, yogi, life coach as well as spiritual enthusiast. So this whole point of this channel is to actually spread more love, light and positive message out to the world. So if you find some of my contents in this channel interesting, please feel free to share your learnings and comments in the comment section below, as well as show some love to hit like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so today's story, let us begin the story of a office worker. So Salman was actually returning to work in his London office after spending 2 weeks with his brother over in New York. So he was actually coming back with a heavy heart. It was not just that it was the end of a wonderful holiday. It was not just he suffered invariably badly from this jet lag. It was that Monday mornings, right, always began with a team meeting, and over the months, right, he had grown to hate them. Salman was actually aware that colleagues were approaching these meetings, right, with hidden agendas. They indulged in game playing, and he knew that these people were not being honest and open. So the meetings themselves, right, were bad enough, but then there was all this moaning that was after. Okay, the usual people saying the usual things. I could have improved on that idea, but I wasn't going to say. I was thinking of making a suggestion, but I couldn't be bothered. As this morning's meeting began, Salman braced himself for another usual monotony. But as the meeting progressed, he became aware of a strange background noise. At first, he thought that it was the hearing of this engine noise from the aircraft that he sort of brought back from London. He had to sit over the wing, and the droning was actually terrible. But as he actually concentrated on the noise, right, it became a little clearer. He realized to his amazement that he found that he could actually hear what they were thinking at the same time as what they were speaking. What surprised him even more was that the acquisition of this strange power was that he discovered that people were actually saying what was really not what they meant. Okay, what they were thinking. Okay, so they were not making clear their reservations. They were not supporting views of which they thought might be unpopular. They were not contributing their new insights. They were not volunteering their new ideas. So Salman found it impossible not to respond to his new knowledge. So he started to make gentle interventions, okay, based more on what he could hear these colleagues thinking than on what he could hear them saying. So John, are you really saying? Susan, do you really think that? Amir, have you got an idea on how we could take this forward? So he was aware that his colleagues were all unsettled by how insightful that these interventions were. Okay, they looked at him mystified. In truth, he kind of felt proud of his newly acquired talent. Emboldened now, Salman forgot his usual misery at participating in such meetings, and he started to make comments on his own. However, he became aware that some of his colleagues were looking at him quizzically. One or two of even had a gentle smile playing on their faces. So only gradually did it dawn on him that they could also hear his thoughts, and he was not really saying what he was thinking. As the meeting progressed, Salman became aware of changes to the tone and the style of the event. It was clear to him now that one by one, each member of the meeting was learning how to hear the thoughts of the others, and this was subtly changing how they intervened and interacted with one another. The game playing started to fall away. People started to speak more directly. Views became better understood. The atmosphere became more open and trusting. the meeting ended. As people left the room, someone found that he could still hear what they were thinking. That was the best meeting we've ever had. All meetings should be like that. In future, I'm going to say what I think. So as you can look and you can hear from this, the moral of this story is that we should all be learning to speak honestly what we completely feel and think. Because why? Genuine authenticity is very scarce these days in the modern context, in this working world especially. Okay, when we genuinely want to express what we think, we are genuinely wanting to improve the system that we're working in the company structure, or for the benefit of the company, for everyone else. So only being truthful and only when you're truly contributing in the service of others, that's where you will truly get back what you want. Okay. However, if we are always engaging in politics, game playing, and always wanting to prove or moan and complain about things that are not going our way, why aren't you taking action to improve the system then? If you can do something about the system, then therefore there is nothing for you to complain about if things do not fall out the way that you expect, right? So when instead of be the one that complain, right, be the one that implement change and actually contribute to the betterment of your company and the system. Okay, so I hope this story has actually shared some insights for all of us. And if you do, please share your learnings in the comment section below. I'm ending this video off. Please make sure that you could also support me on Patreon, as I'm starting a podcast channel very soon. And if you become a patron of mine, you'll gain certain rewards as well as some exclusive contents. Okay, they are all highlighted in the Patreon page. So please feel free to head in there and have a look. Okay. Om Shanti. I'm ending this video off.